good afternoon. I am coming from a doctor's appointment. And right now I'm headed to, me and my nurse were talking about just about hydration and about energy. We were talking about energy, and I was telling her my energy this week has been kind of low, and she was like, hydrate. And then she mentioned Soursop, and I was like, yeah, I heard Soursop is really good. And she said, I said to her, I said, but where do you get it? Because everywhere I have checked, they don't have it. Like my local grocery stores sure don't have it. I was like, do you get it at like a farmer's market? And she's like, I don't think so. She said you may have to go to an ethnic, like an ethnic store, ethnic area where they sell like, and in my area, like where I used to live up north, yeah, you can find it. You go to the hood, you're gonna find some ethnic stores that got everything you need. But where I'm at, not so much. But she did tell me this one place. She couldn't pinpoint exactly where it was located, but she gave me a general idea of the area. So I'm on a hunt for some Soursop today. I just heard it's a really good, I was going to say drug. It's a really good, Lord Jesus, it's a really good fruit. I believe it's a fruit that acts as a drug and can really help to heal your body and anything that you're going through. So I'm headed to this, I think she said Chinese market. I don't know. But she, like I said, she gave me and what I'm drinking here is not to, promote any brands. But I just grabbed some water, like water with electrolytes in it. I think it has electrolytes. And one thing she mentioned, just double check your sugar levels. Because sometimes, like I was drinking vitamin water. That's what I was drinking. And I was like, oh, this is good. This is good. And because it named vitamin water, I was just like, oh. And then I looked at the sugar, the grams of sugar. And I was like, oh, Lord. You trying to get, vitamins on one end, and you killing yourself with sugar on the other. So we gotta really, really read our labels, because today in America, you go out of the country, it's a whole different story. But in America, you think you're eating good, healthy, because of how they have marketed the product. But once you turn that label over, the label, there's no denying in the label. This has 5 grams of sugar, includes 5 grams of added sugars, which is 10%. I guess that's good compared to, I've seen 30 grams, again, today, you don't know what to eat or drink. It's so confusing because you think you're doing good and then you find out no. So anyway, but I am on the hunt for some soursop today. I mean, I've checked at places like Whole Foods and Sprouts, like places that I thought might have it, because they're on more of what I consider to be the natural spectrum versus your everyday, you know, like ShopRite, you know, those kinds of stores. But they didn't have it either. And I know online you can get it. But I'm not a big online shopper at all. But yeah, so I'm out here. I mean, I have nothing else to do for the rest of the day. I shared in, I guess, my last video, or my first video since I came back to YouTube, that I go back to work. I go back to work in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from yesterday. So a little less than 2 weeks. December 1st, I go back to work. So I only have you know, and next week is Thanksgiving. So next week is going to be crazy with, you know, last minute running around for food items that you need. And that's a whole nother conversation about eating healthy and trying to, I mean, we all pig out during Thanksgiving, you know, and we eat stuff that's high in carbs, high in calories, high in sugar, high in everything that we don't need. And it's just sad. It's so sad, but we do it every year just because it's Thanksgiving. And I say Thanksgiving, as far as food is concerned, is a bigger holiday than Christmas. I mean, Christmas is all about gifts and giving, and, you know, but Thanksgiving is all about the food, you know. So yeah, we are so conditioned in this country. I know I'm all over the place with this conversation. It's just like random thoughts that I'm thinking of as I'm driving here. But we're just so conditioned to eat and eat and eat. And I mean, what's the percent of people in America that are overweight? Maybe this is the place she's talking about. It's an Asian food. This must be the place. An Asian food store. She says something about Chinese. Where's the Asian food store is right in front of me. That might be where she's talking about. Because she said it's an ethnic. She's like, you got to go to the ethnic store. And I was like, oh, okay. And she said Chinese market. I'm going to go in here and be like, y'all got soursop? And they going to look at me like, what you doing in here? And she thinks I'm from the island somewhere. My nerves, because she keeps saying island girls like us. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm not from an island. The only island I'm from is New Jersey, but okay. All the Asians are pulling in. No offense. I didn't mean it as a... Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. But anyway, I was headed to the store, that Chinese market that the woman had mentioned, to buy the soursop. And I found it. It was at a store called Asian Food. I don't know if they're all over or if they're just in my area. I have no idea. They didn't have the actual fruit though. It's a fruit. They had it in a frozen. Well, I actually bought 2 different kinds, but they were both frozen. One is like in a Goya, almost like, I know when I was a kid, you know, my mother would buy like a frozen can of, I think it was like, was it orange juice? And you would add water to it, you know, to dilute it. Well, they had a Goya can like that, and it was like you add however many parts water. And so when I looked at the ingredients on that, it had fructose in it, which is sugar, and the sugar content overall was pretty high. So when I make it, I plan on adding extra water to dilute some of that fructose, because nobody needs that. And then the other one I purchased was, like I said, also frozen. I mean, everything was written so small. I mean, I can magnify it, but it also had high sugar content. So same thing with that. I'll have to add more water than recommended to dilute it. Anyway, but so I did find some Soursop, and I will be trying that out. It's supposed to be, you know, if you just Google, if you're not familiar with Soursop and the benefits, just Google it. They said that it's good for, it's just good in general. But again, you can get the fruit. That's what you want, is the actual fruit. You don't want what I got. Although if you can't find the fruit, I guess that's the best next thing. Just dilute it a little more than what they're suggesting. So yeah, I was glad to be able to find that. But I'm glad she gave me that recommendation of a, you know, she called it an ethnic store, because maybe there's another type of ethnic store in the area that might actually have the actual fruit. So I'll still be on the hunt for the actual fruit Soursop. And yeah, that's been my adventures for today. And now I'm headed home. What is it, 1:30? Yeah, I'm headed home. And it's cold out here. It's like 40, in the 40s, 47 degrees right now. But it's cold.